What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Summoner's War. My name is Come To Us Evan, and with me today, it's Jug. What's up, Jug?
What's up, Evan? What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day.
I'm having a great day too, man. It's been a good one so far. Let's say hi to folks in chat. Smitty Pop Pie, first time here, dude.
That's
also, the
name,
first
man.
one in chat today. That is a name and a half, right, Jug? That's awesome.
Smitty Pop Pie.
Smitty Pop Pie. Meech, also first time in chat. Welcome aboard, Ultra Deathlord. Great to see you. For Life Fire, Fast Licks, and more. Chaff, good to see you, dude. Guys, this is, of course, week 3 of the Creator Clash. So today we are going to be reviewing videos from submissions of our players, of our folks that are participating in the Creator Clash. Let's talk about what's at stake here today. So first of all, if you haven't identified, or if you haven't been here before, rather, here's what we're doing. So we have 5 participants currently that are submitting videos live. And every episode, you guys have said who your favorite is, but now it's time to actually cast your vote. We have a triple form voting system here. The chat's going to participate in voting. Our content creators currently, our influencers in the program, are going to also cast a vote. And also we'll have an internal review program. And together, we're going to decide who wins the creator kit. This is a big one. This has everything you need to start streaming and creating content for Summoner's War, meaning a green screen, a light, a mic, a webcam, and if you continue streaming for 90 days after, you can get a stream deck on top of that. These prizes are pretty good. I'm a big fan of these, actually.
Especially the stream deck. People don't realize how awesome a stream deck is. Every streamer should have a stream deck. It's super awesome.
Yeah, for real, dude. And then, so, guys, we're on week 3, which is 3 reasons to play Summoner's War. That's the theme of the videos submitted. After this, we're going to have the voting go live today, and then on May 28th, we're going to have the final showdown between the 3 that make it out of week 3 and go towards the finals on May 28th. So this is going to be a big one, guys. This is what everything is for. Here we go. All right. So, Prage says not killer, and dude, he's a participant. What's up, man? What's up, dude? Good to see you. Okay, so without further ado, I suppose we can get into this. Our first one today is going to be from Isadubra, otherwise known as Aman. You ready to go, Jug?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to check out these participants.
Awesome. Let's do it, dude.
Hi everyone. For our final submission this week, we'll be talking about the 3 reasons why you should be playing Summoner's War. To start off, let's talk about
I'm gonna give him a little volume.
active community and its longevity. Not only will you have 50 selective friends that you get to pick and choose who you're going to learn from and who you want to play with, but also you will have a supportive guild who are passionate about the game, and not only that, but also your success in your progression. You also have multiple servers where you could play with players all around the world. Not only that, but also access to multiple channels to where you have a preference of what topics are being discussed. And last but not least, the Guardians Club. Signups are still open, so please sign
He's
up.
always doing the
because
Guardians Club
65,000
plug. I love
members
it.
and still counting should mean something. We're all actively playing the game, and we're sharing content with each other, but also learning from each other's experiences. This and the active events that happen time and time again, where we get to win multiple rewards and exclusives for just being a member. So sign up and don't miss out. Reason number 2. Why would you play Rivals when you could be playing with new arrivals? Think about it. You have consistent new content, like new challenges, new monsters, new merch, new events, new balance patches, so they're watching your gameplay and hearing your complaints, and they're consistently getting fixed. That's exactly what we're discussing in the Guardians Club. Sign up right now. And then also, we have new transmogs, new rewards for new players. You know how much I wish that kind of luck would be on my account? So long on the game, not a single LD5. I'm still praying on it. I hope I just get some of that RNG Jesus luck.
That was me for 5 years,
also,
dude.
we have new collaborations. Consistently, year after year, we have so much collaboration. It's crazy. We've got Cookie Run Dungeon. I don't even know where that came from, but it came. Nobody expected it, and we got it.
Right.
We had Witcher, Assassin's Creed,
right.
Street Fighter. Names keep going. Who knows what else is to come? We could even get Tekken, Naruto. The animes out there, we could come up with anything, and there would be more content for us to play with. So that's another reason you should be joining. And the third reason is because it's the most original, strategy-based, action-packed game in store, and Summoner's War has reigned with that title for 11 years and counting. Apply your meta and anti-meta strategies in PvP and PvE content today. Available on all stores in both Apple and Android devices, and also available on Steam. Well, there you have it, folks. 3 good reasons why you should play the game, and no good reason for you to argue with me. I said what I said. And I need that Bikini Zyros released ASAP. You heard me. Bikini Zyros, please. Bikini Zyros, please. Bikini Zyros,
I'm keeping him in the vault,
Thank
dude.
you, please. Thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll be seeing you in the next RTA matchup. Now I can finally go back to streaming.
That was awesome, dude. That's great. Bro, I mean, he's got a point. He's got a point, man. Like, dude, Bikini Zyros needs to come out of the vault eventually. The plug, man. So, Jug, what'd you think? What'd you think of Amon's submission this week?
His submission was pretty great. I think already off the bat, we should put this guy with Andrew. Andrew's in charge of Guardians Cup. People that don't know, he would love it because I like that he plugs up a part of the game that he like one part of the community aspect that people don't really know about, which is the Guardians Cup. The Guardians Cup is actually genuinely pretty cool. Sometimes you can sit stuff. I've been sit random stuff that I didn't even know about. Like one time I got socks. I don't know why I
love those socks.
Randomly got socks, energy socks, and they're all pretty great. But I think the great part about it is that he tried to he wants to show more of his personality. Because I remember his first video. I feel like he was a little bit more tense, but now I feel like he's just out there. I feel like he has more confidence, and he's out there just like he's just doing what he can, and just and if people catch up, people catch up. And I think he's a lot more confident when he's making his videos. So I hope he continues to be as confident. Going forward, because that's definitely been showing, especially now in the submissions, which is awesome.
Yeah, dude, I get that same feeling. Also, that felt like a lot more than 3 reasons. He put a lot of thought into that one. There was a lot jam-packed in that script. Great job, man. Love seeing the progression, like Jug highlighted. I really like seeing the progression from week 1 to now. Also, he low-key had some fire suggestions for future collabs. That was like he dropped a couple good ones at the end there. That was good.
He has some good ones. He does some good ones.
Yeah, absolutely. Kanagi, you're so sweet, dude. First reason to play, you can get to see Evan every week here on stream. That's so nice, bro. And Bikini Zyros feat collab coming to Starseed. You heard it here first. That would be great, man. That would be so good.
Starseed community will get so much heat for a dragon with a bikini. They wouldn't even know.
Actually.
So much heat for that.
Okay, so next, we know he's in chat. It's Kilrin's submission. Let's do this.
Hey guys, Karen here, and today we're gonna talk about 3 reasons as to why you should play Summoner's War. So the first one is gonna be deep strategic gameplay. Summoner's War isn't just about collecting monsters, it's about mastering complex strategies with over 1,000 monsters, rune sets, skill upgrades, and turn-based combat. You can build endless team comps to fit your playstyle. Whether you're a casual player or a PvP tryhard like me, there's always something to optimize. So the second point I'm gonna bring is gonna be a bit controversial, but I feel like this is a bit of
Let me hear it.
the secret as to why Come To Us made Summoner's War alive for that long. It's gonna be no PD system. I know it's controversial. I know a lot of people wish there would be a PD system in the game. We kind of have one with the
Bro's tapped into something.
transcripts that you can collect the pieces every day. But the fact that we don't have a PD system for the light and dark monsters makes it that when you actually get one, it becomes way more satisfying. And I feel like that's the reason as to why this game is alive for so long, is because there's always something new that you can get. And when you actually get it, it is very satisfying. So my last reason as to why I think you should play Summoner's War is the community. From World Arena PvP to Guild Wars and regular events, Summoners War keeps things fresh. The game has a massive, passionate global community. There's an official Discord you can join, there's also other Discords you can join. There's even the Guardian Club, which is a club for higher skilled players, which gives there's a bunch of contests and you can win a bunch of prizes there. There's also some tournaments that you can join, and a lot of players are going to be able to help with your progression. There is also live events, which I've been a part of. Last year, I went to one of the meetups and it was really fun. There's a bunch of prizes there to win. There's a lot of people that go there also. You summon some monsters, you battle with each other, and you just have fun, man. The community on this game is really nice. So that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I also hope that those 3 reasons are going to make you want to try out Summoners War. Thanks for watching.
That was technically 4. I just want to point out that was technically 4.
that was technically 4. There's a little bit more at the end, but it looks like, oh, and he does a shout out to joining the official Discord at the end. That was really great. Also, Killerin, very, very well done. I love the progression in this too, because there's even more editing in this video than there was in the beginning of the first week. Like there's been a very strong sense of progression from everybody who's participated in this. Like that confidence that you alluded to in the first one from Isadubra, like it's here too with Killerin. That was great, dude. Also, well, let me hear, Jug. What did you think? I'm talking a lot. What did you think?
No, I agree. I think we'll start off with his reasons. I think all his reasons is great because for me personally, I'm more interested in why people have their reasons of why they should play Summoners War. And I think the one that he highlighted for me is always number 1 is the community. The community aspect of Summoners War is obviously like pretty amazing, especially when you're able to go to these live events. You realize like people don't really understand like being in a room with like-minded people is very satisfying. Like everybody understands why you get mad, why you threw your phone at your car window and broke it and shattered it. And nobody's gonna be like, wow, you're crazy. People are gonna be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like that feeling is honestly very satisfying. But all your reasons, I'm not even joking. You don't understand how satisfying that is. People understand your struggle. But all your reasons are, I'm not touching your pity with a 10-foot pole because I do not want pitchforks outside my place. But other than that, like all your reasons, I'm glad you included something that is definitely unique in your opinion, and you were able to stand on it, and that's your feeling, and that's totally fine, by the way. But other than that, like you, everything about it was great. I think the one thing people like don't really catch in some videos is like just the confidence of how you speak. Like you obviously spoke that, like you probably had it written down, but for the most part, like you were very confident in everything you said. Wasn't too much stuttering or wasn't any like thinking about it too much. Like everything you said was just straight solid from the heart, how you felt, and you were that shows confidence. That shows you were very confident in every single thing you said, which is definitely what you want. So I think the video was great. It was a good submission.
So well said, dude. Richard Morales, what's going on, dude? And Mr. Penguin King says, Evan must not want to give me a bro hug. What are you talking about? I'm verbally giving you a bro hug as we speak right now. And the other thing, yeah, just to echo what Jug said, I really like the inclusion of the hot take. Like, I think that was really cool that you spoke your truth and you're like, this is what I think is a key to the success, of the game. Speaking personally, not from a development side, right? Just as Evan, right? I agree that probably has something to do with the longevity of the game. I often kind of tell the story like just anecdotal, it's like I've dropped games once I've gotten everything in them, right? And I don't have everything in Summoners War, nor do I want to get everything in Summoners War. Because I think it's actually, I actually think that it's a bad thing to a certain extent if you get everything. So I definitely agree to a certain extent with what Killerin had to say about that. That was a really, I love that you included that. Carnegie, yeah, disregarding. Me too, absolutely, me too. I waited 5 years in between.
I'll take more.
I'll take more. I'll take more too. I'm not, and that's why I'm speaking as very much Evan, not a member of the development team. I'm not saying it'll never happen. I'm just saying, I like it. I don't dislike the way things are. I've been playing for a long time, so. Okay, so next up, guys. Next up here, we have Staj & Co. back again.
This week, we're going to talk about 3 reasons to start playing Summoners. But first, I saw some people in chat mentioning that my videos feel a little bit more rehearsed than others, but I just want to assure you that I say everything eloquently and perfectly every time. Never have I ever read from a script or made a mistake in my entire life. So with that out of the way, let's start the video. Summoner's War has many reasons to play. And yes, rolling a quad speed on your runes or pulling a highly coveted unit goes without saying. When those things happen, they are delicious, but in my opinion, there are some broader reasons to get into the game. So I'm going to break it down into my 3.
Nice.
I'm going to start with an obvious one that I've mentioned a few times in the Creator Clash. Summoner's War is unlike a lot of games for a few reasons, but probably the most pertinent is that the game has been around for more than a decade. Games only last like that if they have a strong fan base. Community is easily the most enticing part of this game because whether you're either new or experienced, there's a place for you here. I'll give you an example. When I started my Summoner's War journey, I posted a video that found its way to the right people. People started to ask about a guild, a Discord, and next thing you know, that brought about a new community inside the game. In those spaces, you have the ability to celebrate each other's achievements, ask for help, seek advice, and ultimately have fun with a like-minded group of people. I'm not so sure Summoner's War would be around for that long or for as long as it has been without a dedicated fan base. And what's nice about the fan base is they're not really gatekeeping the game. They want you to experience the triumph and the shortfalls that they have experienced alongside them. I would say the biggest and by far best reason to get into this game is for the community. The next reason to play Summoner's War boils down to what I'm going to call variety. When you get to the end of the game, you can choose to try everything or focus on one area. Some people like to focus on RTA, the end game PvP content. Some people just like to work in guilds and twice a week go against another guild in Siege. Some people like to focus on theory crafting for different dungeons or team comps just to see how fast they can clear a dungeon or if a monster works somewhere else than someone else has already thought of. And some people just like to re-roll the accounts and play over and over and over again so that they can pull highly coveted units or keep the game refreshing. There is a different aspect of the game for every player. But the variety doesn't stop there. I'm talking about variety within variety. Players who like to run RTA aren't always looking to be the best. Sometimes they just want to put together fun teams and play units that they like. Inside guild content, you have people who just like to farm guild content so that they can receive rewards, and you have people who are trying to compete in the championship setting at the end of the season. Summoner's War also has introduced the challenge of Ascension, so those people who like to focus solely on PvE can continue to challenge themselves even after much of the game has already been completed. Whatever tickles your peach, I guarantee you can find it in Summoner's War. And the final thing is what I'm going to call sense of accomplishment. Like most games, Summoner's War does have things you can work for in the end game, as well as things that just happen to you. Experiencing one of those points, right, has its own sense of accomplishment that comes with it. I think Summoner's War can seem a little daunting at first with everything that there is to do, but the game does do a good job of making those small wins feel good. When I started my journey and realized how hard it would be to achieve higher ranks in RTA, I worked to try to hit that goal, and when I did, I felt a real sense of accomplishment. It was sort of a sense of pride that I'm not really sure I have experienced in many other video games. Maybe it was because of the height of the competition or the fact that it was so challenging, but ultimately when I hit it, it was unlike any other moment. Those things that happen to you by circumstance or RNG, like pulling an incredibly good unit or getting a rune that just fits your comp so well, those moments are a little bit more fleeting in their sense of accomplishment, but man, do they feel good. When you pull a really good unit and you see chat go crazy with Grats or GZ, you kind of feel like royalty for a hot second. I'll also mention, in addition to the sense of accomplishment, is the barrier to entry is very user-friendly, right? There are events that are constantly going on that give you rewards and make sure that they feel worth it most of the time. That, coupled with your own goals, your own research, your own playing, come together to make the game feel worthwhile. So to recap, I would say community, variety, and accomplishment. I would say that those are my 3 reasons for getting into the game, and I would venture to guess that those are the reasons most of the community has stuck around. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
Dude.
Hey guys.
Well done. I'm going to pause Spectre so that we'll come back to it. Well done, Stosh. That was great. Stosh and Co. at it again with a great video. Good job. Thoughts on that one?
This guy's a plant.
This is an industry plant, bro.
This guy's a plant. I'm just like I'm gonna just be honest with you. I think Stoic talked about this when he was reviewing you guys' videos. Your presentation is just there. It's
Yes.
literally just there. Your presentation, everything about it is honestly, it's unmatched. And honestly, like when people, the funny part is going back to the beginning of your video. Like this is why your video is so good. I remember aspects of your video. That's why it's so good. When you pointed out that people were saying like your videos are rehearsed. People don't realize for YouTube, not everybody is the greatest public speaker. So for some people that are trying to do YouTube videos, the best honest thing you should do is a script or write it out.
Oh yeah.
Because that allows you to keep your train of thought. That allows you to, because the thing about, like, I don't know if you know, when I was in school, you know, many moons ago, especially with public speaking, the one thing you want to eliminate from your videos is saying because people do that naturally. Sometimes you can't control it. You know, people say like there's things that people say that you can't get rid of saying. So because you probably have a script, which I'm pretty sure you do. It allows you to eliminate all those like pauses and those ums and ahs that you say. And also your video is well edited. Your sound's great. And I think Stoic pointed out on this that you can literally fit in anything you wanted to do because of the fact that you just have everything. You have everything pointed out. So I will say this is a thing for anybody that's trying to do content. If you're not the greatest public speaker, just write it out. Just write out your script and just go off your script. There's nothing wrong with that. Mainly because he has edits in there. So it's something that he can like divert your attention away while he's probably reading the script, which again is no problem whatsoever. But honestly, like that's why I say he's a plant. His video is just top notch. It's like it's honestly untouched, which is a good thing. It's really really good, and I think he's one of the contestants so far that can honestly he can do anything he wants content wise, and even with the comedic timing, the whole like setting up another camera behind you.
Oh my
to read
god,
the script,
that was funny.
That's good because you're bringing in something from the last video and seeing the feedback, and you bring it into this video and you're just like making a joke out of it, which is great. Like you can play off that. Like if people are reading a script, it's like, who cares? I'm reading a script. That's the joke. Like it's honest. That's honestly like top tier awesome. Yeah, that was hilarious. That's like that was the best part of your video. So yeah. Nah, you're good. Yeah, no one can touch you, bro.
He's right, dude. Fantastic. Yes, that comedic element, that comedy comes through so well, very well paced. Also, love the JJK poster above your desk. By the way, I saw Eugene Gojo in there, and I was like, my man, I'm rereading JJK right now. Actually, that's crazy. Also, so something that I wanted to point out too is I really like the point about accomplishment in Summoner's War. And it's another thing that I think is a credit to Summoner's War's longevity, because something that I think that Summoner's War does really, this is just one example. I think Stosh did a great job of listing out a few. One I always like to talk about is actually like what I'm doing on the side here. In a lot of games that come out recently, they give you auto right off the bat. It's meant to be played auto and you kind of hands off. In Summoner's War, auto is a reward. This means that you've done all the prep, you built the monsters, you built the team synergy, you did the work, and now you can let your monsters take it from there. This in and of itself is an accomplishment, and I think that that's something that's like really a testament to how the game is made.
Yeah,
and I love that he touched on that.
Yeah, I agree with that because like I think for me, it's like for a lot of the years I played this game, it's always been accomplishment. So like for the lot of years this game, like I like playing RTA. Like he says, everybody has their aspect of the game. There's people that like doing dungeons. There's people that like doing RTA. That's me. There's people that do guild content and try harder than that. That is not me. But I'm an RTA tryhard. And like for like the longest time, I was trying to get G1 for the first time. And when I finally got my G1, I was super satisfied. I felt very great because I was trying for that goal for so long. So he is really right. There are a lot of players that they just want to reach a certain goal in a game and they'll do everything they can to reach that certain goal.
Yes, and I also like that he touched on multiple end games too, like the fact that you can do PvE, you can do guilds, you can do RTA, etc. Like I just overall, just very well done. We still have 2 more competitors to go through. We had 5 total submissions today, and we've watched 3 so far. Again, guys, the survey is live, and in the survey, you can already cast your vote in there, and you can also re-review all of the YouTube videos because the links are in there. So if you want to hold off on doing that for now, you totally can. You can always go back and re-review the videos afterwards. But without further ado, let's get into our next one from Spectre.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to week 3 of Creator Clash. Speaking of 3, this week we're going to be talking about 3 reasons to play Summoner's War.
Kind of gives only
Number
5s.
3 for me has to be tied to the topic I covered in my video from last week, my new player guide. I think Summoner's War has so many different types of content, so many different game modes and different ways we can implement different strategies, that there's always something new to do, there's always some kind of challenge to conquer. For some people, they prefer dot teams like in TOA. Other people prefer, nuking teams in Arena. Some people prefer speed and control teams in RTA. And every different game mode, whether it's Siege, Guild Battle, RTA, World Boss, Dimension Hole, every different type of game mode has some kind of strategy to beat it. Even better, and one of the other reasons why I love this game, is no strategy isn't necessarily exactly like the other. Every person can have their own type of style and can come up with their own various strategy to basically beat that content. For example, I created this team when Giant's Abyss first came out. Is it necessarily the meta team that everyone talks about? No. Is it as fast as other people's teams? No. But it works for me, and I think because it's safe, that I'm totally fine with it. And that's what the beauty of this game is. You can be in control of so many different aspects, and as long as it works for you, you have complete and total flexibility in that regard. One of my favorite things to do in Summoner's War is, of course, in the name already, summon. And so we know no matter what happens, if we play Summoner's War, one of the biggest things everybody wants to do is summon as many of scrolls as possible. So one of my favorite activities is definitely summoning. If you can't tell, I've summoned quite a bit just during this period. And so,
I'm not
why
at
don't
2,000.
we go ahead?
Are you also on 2,000?
I am nowhere near 2,000.
Where, dude? Wait a minute. Wait. Dude.
I lied. I'm 1,900. I lied.
Oh, it's like you're getting there. I'm far from that. Anyway, moving on.
Do my favorite thing. We also know that, as all Summoner's War players know, if you do some summons, you're guaranteed to get something good and mind-blowing every single time you summon. Because why would we keep playing this if we didn't get something good
Dude, the music is
every
popping.
single time we summon? Look at that. That's a lightning already. Now that's a game-changing unit right there. What her name is, I have no idea. What she does, I have no idea. But that's why we play Summoner's War, because it's always a mystery. We don't know how this is going to protect my storage box, but I know it's going to do a great job protecting and being a storage guardian for me. And what's even better than a
That is to say, if I don't feed it for legendary pieces first.
regular
Sorry, moving on.
element storage guardian, a light and dark storage guardian. Because we know we don't need lightnings from light and dark scrolls. I could just summon something that I could get from an HOH, or I could get from an unknown scroll.
Low-key great 3-star though. I got
Why
it.
bother? Anyway, that's definitely one of my favorite things for Summoner's War.
Wait a minute! Don't tease me with the ancient transcendence scroll. What is he doing? He's got an ancient transcendence scroll just right there.
I think the number one most important thing that I've learned while playing this game, and probably the reason why to play Summoner's War the most, is honestly the community. The amount of different people I've met over the years, over 10 years of playing this game, from different walks of life, from different places around the world, different communities, we were all able to come together. Whether it was because we were frustrated with the game in some type of way, or whether it was because we were strategizing,
Man got more than me.
trying to figure out how to beat some content, or coming up with a new team because of the balance patch. We all came together in order to try to figure that out. And this game gave us this common outlet, especially from, all the other things going on in life on an everyday basis, whether it was through the pandemic or through some other type of crisis that people had going on, this game became an outlet in a lot of different ways. I think the amount of different friends that I met, whether they were big or small, whether they came from a place where they were a free-to-play player or they were some type of ultra whale that, you know, had every LD in the game, or if they just sacked everything because that's just what they continued to do. Not talking about you, Amadeus, but you know, it's okay, it happens. But that's part of the whole thing, is you kind of get to just meet all these different people. It isn't just at these meetups, but you know, those help too.
That's awesome.
And I think that's the coolest part, is whether it's someone who might be in the same town as you, someone who might be in the same state, same country, or someone on the opposite side of the world, you could still find a way to connect with them. You could still find a way to come to a common goal, find a way to have a laugh, and find a way to just be human together. And that's probably the number one reason as to why I think playing Summoners War is great. It's just have a community that you could just bond with.
Nice, dude. That's awesome. Well done, dude. He kind of gave me some chills there when he started showing the images from all the meetups and everything and meeting people.
Yeah. I keep telling people that's that's number one for me, is always the meetups. I have because for people that don't know, I did a competition like this literally 5 years ago. It feels like forever ago.
Yeah.
And you know, ever since I've become an official influencer or commenter, was literally 5 years ago. I've been able to do some great stuff, and I think the greatest aspect is being able to go across the country and then just like meet people like different parts of the country and just show and all enjoy Summoners War. Like, I think everybody, like, if you haven't gone to a meetup, you're missing out on stuff. I know sometimes the meetups aren't in the area, some people, but like some people have traveled across the country just to go to a meetup. I've had people at a LA meetup come from Atlanta. People at the New York meetup come from Florida. They drove from Florida. So like the dedication for a lot of these community members is insane. And I think people should really, if you ever had a chance to go to a meetup, you should take it every single time. It's a great experience. It really is.
Well said. That's actually a solid segue into saying that, guys, that there's a New York meetup coming up actually on June 28th. Now, the Eventbrite for that is not live yet, but it will be on Friday. So when I say this again on Friday, just be ready to use command meetup. It's not up yet, but it's going to be, again, June 28th in New York City. So just stay tuned for that. And also, if you watch out on social medias, we'll be sure to let you know as soon as that Eventbrite is live and you can register for it. But that's a great point, Jug. We had a comment in chat from Mr. Penguin King saying that he gets an F because he didn't take pics with Jug. But he shows a pic of all the LDs. Dude, so funny.
I wasn't at the last one. That was a Brooklyn meetup he took a picture at.
So funny that last time Spectre literally drafted all my most wanted LDs against me. That was awesome. I was literally listing. Next, you're gonna pick this. Then you pick this. Then you pick this. It's great.
I'm like, bro, like he got hella LDs. What the heck?
He does.
He got LD prize, but I didn't think it was that crazy. That's insane.
What's up, Stoic? I also like what Spectre said about being able to kind of do your own thing and use your own strategy. He showed off that team that he built when the Giants Abyss first came out, and it actually showcased a couple units that aren't like used all the time, namely the Rune Blacksmith. I actually really like that monster. That's a monster that's like kind of been overshadowed by her sister Deborah, but like what she does is really cool. She makes it where it's like if you have an attack buff, you defense break. So it's like everybody can kind of facilitate your damage on the team, and I think that's a real cool unit to have on your comp.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. When I was watching that Giants team, I was having a mini heart attack. I was this close to saying, "Evan, pause the video."
Yeah, it's like we gotta talk about this. We gotta improve this team. But dude,
please.
That's he said something that I try to say when I like help folks with their Giants teams on either account review streams or like when I do starter team guides on YouTube, etc. I try to remind them, it's like, yeah, it's really fun and fancy to have a team that can clear a dungeon in like 45 seconds or like something like that, but it's like it's also, you burn through crystals really fast, and ultimately, like, consistency is king, right? You know, so if you can get a team that, like, clears a dungeon consistently ever since the Abyss dungeons launch, and, like, it's fine, and it's, like, maybe a little over a minute, but who cares? Just run it on times 30, and that's the dream. So I think he made a really good point when he showed that. Like,
I think an important part about Summoners War that people kind of forget is just play it your own way. There are people of many walks of life that play this game, and they play this game their way, and that's totally fine. Like, there's people that, you know, they don't want to do any PvP. They just like, I don't know, they just like farming and they're just chilling with people in chats. That's totally fine. Because Summoners War by far has one of the best chat systems in all of gacha gaming. So you'd be surprised how many like communities are out there just because they just hang in, they hang in in-game chat all the time. And you go to a certain channel and people are like, that's my home channel. This is how I meet all my friends. This is what we do. We just talk. We just talk about life or whatever. You know, Eileen. People don't know about Eileen Johnson. When people do TOA Rush, the channel just for that. And people, actually, I think the channel changed now because the chat channel changed.
Yes,
system.
Eileen, I think, had to adjust some stuff, but
so whatever.
Everybody
did,
knows
fine.
Eileen. It's like everybody
knows Eileen for like TOA Rush and like it's like that type of stuff. So like I'm glad, and I was gonna say like I think the one consistent through line through every video is community, which is just that's the game. Because like what I think Stanzico said is like if there's no community, there's no game. Because if people can't like get together and talk about it with other people, then they just kind of get off it. But what has kept a lot of people playing this game is stuff like this: the stream, these events, the chat system, the online meetups, the offline meetups. These are what keeps games going. So like these are very important aspects of the game that people have been enjoying over the years, and it's been a great thing to see.
Yeah, you know, and echoing back, you know, what Stosh said about that too. It's like when you pull a Nat 5 and you get the GZs in chat and you feel like royalty, to kind of echo that, you know, that's what grounded me when I pulled my Destiny. I was like, no, wait, this is a dream, right? And then I saw the GZs rolling in. I was like, oh my God, those are for me. Also, Blaze Zero Rage told you to stream earlier, Jug. Just so you know, they asked me to tell you.
Stop, Blaze. Stop it. Get out of here.
All right, y'all, we have one more submission, and it's from Harlem Gamer. Let's do this.
Hello once again, Summoners War community. I'm the Harlem Gamer, and today I'm supposed to give you 3 reasons why to play Summoners War. So I spent the past couple of days preparing notes, writing things down and ideas, but I don't want to come off sounding too polished and prepared. So I'm just going to speak from the heart of why you should play this amazing game. First reason that you should play Summoners War is a sense of community and camaraderie. Just think back to when you were a teenager, young man, lady, playing video games at your friend's house, sitting near a split screen, playing I don't know, any video game. And then gaming evolved to you now don't even have to be in the same house with the person. You could just play over the internet, sitting in front of a TV at a console. But Summoners War can give you that online gaming feel without having to sit in front of a giant monitor with a controller attached. You can take your mobile device anywhere in the world and play. You could be at Starbucks and turn on the game. Be at the library, after class, after practice, lunch break at work, riding the train or bus.
Love
it's
the
just
not sponsored tag.
the evolution of video gaming from when we were all kids until now when we're adults. It's just, you know, a continuation of that gaming feeling. Second reason that you guys should be playing Summoners War is it offers something for everybody. Whether you're a casual player, you just like collecting monsters, playing with certain monsters, or you want to be a pro competitive player, it offers that too. Arena, guild battle, world arena, 2v2 battles. Summoners War has evolved over the years to the point where it's become an esport. I remember when I first started playing the game, it was just, hey, let's get some scrolls, let's run some dungeons, let's try to summon some Nat 5s. But the game picked up so much momentum over the years and has had so many copycats, but nothing's better than the original game. And third reason that you guys should be playing Summoner's War is why not? What else are you guys gonna be doing? Playing Minecraft? Playing Call of Duty? No,
That was awesome.
Summoner's War is where it's at.
Why not?
Is where it should
Why
be.
not?
And if Sky Arena, Summoner's War isn't for you, they have a bunch of other spin-off games. Lost Centuria.
Oh, whoa, he's digging in.
I lost the name of the other one. Oh, Chronicles. Chronicles is an amazing game as well. Take the time, download Summoners War Sky Arena. Download the other Summoners War games as well. I play the other ones in my spare time as well. But Sky Arena is my favorite. I've been playing the game since 2014. I just love it. When I get off this video with you guys now, I'm gonna go eat some food. And I'm gonna be playing the game, me farming. I gotta do a TOA hard mode so I can get my scrolls so I can continue to summon on my YouTube channel. But you know, thank you guys so much for all the support. And peace.
Dude. Oh yeah, Summoners War Rush. Summoners War Rush can be added onto that list as well, right, Jug? Summoners War Rush can be added on there. That's awesome. Dude. I gotta say, I love what Harlem Gamer did with this one. So the Harlem Gamer is really good at speaking from the heart. And I think that sense of just an organic, you know, I'm just talking to you, just an organic exchange. I think that's like his strong suit. And I really liked hearing him speak. Also, legitimately, it was comedic, but that third point of just why not, that really surprised me in a good way. That was a very unique add onto the video, and I like that he did that. That was pretty cool.
I will say first off, before anything, because he did say like, I don't want to come off rehearse. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, there is nothing wrong with coming. If people are giving you flack for coming off rehearse, tell them people to shut up. That is totally fine if you come off rehearsed. I'm telling you right now. Like I said, everybody is different when it comes to public speaking. Some people are very nervous. Some people are super shy. What matters the most is the passion. If you are passionate about what you're saying and what you're conveying on screen, that's literally all that matters. So I'm glad that he said script. What's that? I'ma just come off the dome. I'ma just say how I feel. And that's totally fine. He said 3 things that he felt in his heart were the reason, like he plays Summoners War and he wanted to say that's the reasons why he plays. That's why the third reason was why not? Like that's just the reason he felt. Like why wouldn't you play this game? Like he's just coming from the heart. Like he likes playing this game. He feels it's a game you should be playing. And that's why he felt to say why not? Like, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that he had 3 reasons that he felt from the soul, you know, that he should be playing, like that you should be playing the game. And they're all 3 valid reasons. Like I said, like there's aspects of the game that everybody could enjoy. And just why not try it out? Even though he said there's 3 other games, you know, if you choose to play them, I played them. Everybody knows I played them. But you know, there's a game for everybody, and everybody's here because they really like Sky Arena. And so I would say, like, you know, I enjoy that he just said 3 reasons he felt from his heart and soul were a reason why people should be playing the game, and you know, just kept it off of that. He didn't try to, like, you know, garner any favors. Like he just said how he felt.
Yes, I think that's great. And I really like what you said, though. It's like, if you want to prep, just prep, you know? Yeah, don't let anybody get in your head about that. There's nothing wrong with writing a script. But with that said, I do think the Harlem Gamer is very good at going off the cuff and speaking from the heart. Because, like, not only did he do all that, but it's like, you know, there was a clear progression yet again in, like, the editing that's come through with this over the weeks. Like, he's like, there's more and more effort and time being put into these videos very clearly. But as he's speaking off the cuff, he's also aligning to the timeline that we set. You know, we set 3 to 5 minutes thereabouts, and he nailed that. He's coming up with fresh points. He's throwing in a little comedy. We're getting to know more about him too. I think it was great. I think all the participants really nailed this topic. And for folks keeping track as well, so that's all 5 of the folks for week 3. Now, in between today and the next one, we're going to narrow down the competitors from 5 to 3. So take extra care when filling out the survey because your vote will count alongside folks from inside Come To Us, and we're also going to be surveying existing content creators within the influencer program. So Jug, expect to be reached out to for that. For the final week, before the final results, there's one more video that those 3 will make, and that's going to be a snippet of it's supposed to be a video that encompasses what kind of content you will be making on your channel. If there's a video that you've wanted to make for a while, a message that you've wanted to get out, if you've wanted to tell people how to make a speed team you like, if you wanted to just do a summoning showcase, if you're going to be a summoning channel, if it's a clip from your stream that you're proud of, whatever is indicative of the kind of content that you plan to make on your channel. This is probably the most free-form topic, and you'll get more details on the side, but this is probably the most free-form it is. This is more you telling us what kind of content you're going to be making once you go out into the wild. So that's going to be good. That's going to be great.
That is good.
Yeah, everybody did such a great job, guys. Thank you for that. And now I think we could maybe transition into maybe a little bit of some RTA if you're ready, Jug, since we've gone through everything for that. RTA, baby. let me get out of here. I've been farming a loony on the side here. I'm out of everything but Dimension Hole energy, and now I'm approaching the end of that one too. So thank you all again for participating, guys. Thank you to the 5 who submitted videos. Y'all did a great job. Seriously,
I would say
constantly
good luck to everybody, because like I think a lot of people don't understand, like when it comes to the whole content creator aspect of just anything, it's not easy. It is pretty hard to do, especially for I feel like some people are probably doing this because they just want to like break out of their shell and just try something new. And I think over time people will like learn their own sense of like what content they want to create. But the key aspect of it is, if you really want to do this, don't stop here, just keep going, because you never know where it can lead you. Like I would say, like I tell people, like years ago I did this, like I was literally part of the first time Come To Us ever did this.
Yes.
And I've just been here. I'm an OG at this point. I've been doing Summoners War streams for literally over 5 years, and I've enjoyed every single aspect of it. And like I always tell people, like the biggest aspect of it is the community. I've enjoyed meeting so many people from across the world. A lot of them have become my friends. I still talk to in Discords, text messages all the time. Like these are people that, you know, if this game were to die tomorrow, like it's I can say, hey, I met this guy because of Summoners War. I met this guy, or I met this girl, or I met this family, or I've met so many. I've watched kids grow up in this game. Like there's so many aspects of this game that have literally become part of my life. So like if you are truly passionate about the game and just the community, and you really want to keep doing this, keep doing it, because it can benefit you, especially in the greater one, because I'm a testament to that. I'm a testament to this benefit.
What's it like being on the opposite side this time around?
It's nice. It's not nice being called an employee. I basically get called a Come To Us employee all the time. But I tell people, like, Come To Us has done a lot for me. I've been able to travel across the country, different aspects, meet new people. So this game frustrates me a lot, but I can always say, like, this game has done a lot for me. I can't take that away at all. So if you really are passionate about this and you really want to be part of, like, you know, what, like myself and other people, like, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Keep pushing. Like, this is not the end. Like, you don't need all that fancy stuff. You don't need. I didn't start off with fancy stuff. I didn't even start off with a camera. Stoic was a person, when I first started streaming, I didn't even stream with a camera. Stoic was a person who got me to stream with camera when it all first started. Like, and I was not streaming with a camera. I'm just letting you guys know. I didn't have a fancy mic. I didn't have cameras. I didn't have all that. I just streamed. I just streamed the game, and it all evolved from there. So I will say, like, for real, like, if you guys really want to, like, you know, stream this game, just do it. You know, just do it. You know, be part of the community. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's what this is all about, man. Sometimes that the hardest part is twofold. It's like, you know, taking that initial step and just getting in front of people. You know, it's like that first step is literally the hardest part. It's my fault. Sorry, Chuck. So Stoic. That's too funny. It is Stoic's fault. It quite literally is. Like I tell people all the time, I wouldn't be a streamer if it wasn't for Stoic. Stoic literally, it's Stoic and Childish. It was Stoic and Childish. Like Childish, so Childish has got me into like the first big community, which was Epic Fail. Shout out to anybody at Epic Fail if they're still there.
Dude, yes.
But yeah, like Epic Fail was like the first big guild I was part of. That was a huge part of the community back in the day, and it only went up from there. That's how I met so many people. So I literally owe a lot to like people like Stoic, like Childish, like Lucky Batman. There's so many people I could thank for the years I've been part of this community, and I wouldn't take it back. I genuinely would not take it back.
That's awesome, dude. I love getting to hear like your personal experience with it because that's a very unique perspective to have on the Creator Clash. So that's very cool. Mad Havoc, welcome to the stream. Bubba V, no, I missed it all. Dang surgery. Dude, the surgery sounds more important. The surgery.
But if you missed it, the YouTube VOD will still be up, so you can watch it after.
Exactly. The VOD will be up, dude. I'm glad that you made it. I hope you're doing okay. I actually got Evan into Summoners War true story not having. That's hilarious. Oh my god. Evan's my hero. Biceps and a key face. Oh, and Summoners War, I guess. Stosh. Stop. You're so sweet, dude. Oh my god. I needed to hear that today. That's so sweet, man. Okay, let's do this. So, should we do Goodwill Battles, Jug? You guys want to fight? You guys want to fight Jug? Does that sound fun?
Oh, no. Why you putting me out there? Why you want me to ruin dreams?
Let's do this. Fight Jug. Create. No password. Gosh. This room is rated E for everyone. Get on in here.
Oh yeah, like I say at my One Piece locals when I play card games on the weekends. If you're a kid or you're an adult, these hands are rated E for everyone.
That was really Stash's mom on his account against Spectre. I did wish her a belated Happy Mother's Day. I did wish that. Okay. Oh, dude, Issa Dubra's in here too.
I'm about to get bullied.
You are.
Champion Jug.
We could do 2v2. Oh my god, I forgot 2v2's up. Bro, okay, wait a minute. Let's do like a couple Goodwills and then maybe we could jump over and do some 2v2.
He's like, maybe we can warm up a little bit, you know. Fast Lex. Who's Fast Lex? What's it? What's Fast Lex? Oh,
yes, fight Fast Lex.
Look, I don't like looking at these F3s. These F3s, they could be anything. Because like when I see these F3s, it could mean they haven't played a wing this season. I don't trust you.
And then you know what, guys? I just posted the link to the survey in YouTube chat right now. Sorry I didn't do that earlier. I'm normally pretty good about pinning that to the top, but there's a whole bunch of different things going on with all my windows for the Creator Clash, so I kind of admittedly spaced on that, but I put it in the chat right now on YouTube for you. You can fill that out. We also give out 75 crystals to a random number of people equal to the max viewership that we get on the stream. So it's like you have a chance to get some good crystals as well as vote for the Creator Clash. Whoa, retired Jug is looking not so retired with these picks.
Nah, my rocking chair is Josephine. He knows the lore.
He knows you.
He knows the lore.
Dude.
He's the lore. I want to leave this match now.
He spotted it from a mile away too.
Why you do this to me, man? Why you want to torture me? By making me
Josie pick.
By making me look at Josephine. For people that don't know, I hate Josephine with all my heart and soul.
What's going on, Evan? Are you ill? Please, Evan, don't go getting dementia. I won't, Ultra Death Lord. Well, I'll try. Don't go getting dementia. That runs in my family, actually. But, you know, I think that runs in there. Josephine is a nuisance. Oh, Jug knows. Would you say, is Josephine your least favorite monster?
Yes. Yeah.
What's the there was a pause there. What's the pause?
Because there's monsters I gotta think about because some I find genuinely the most annoying. But Josephine is only up there because of just like when I first started playing RTA, she kind of just ruined my day. Like she kind of just ruined my day.
I mean, she's
like,
so good.
I didn't like her.
Guys, look at this. Oh, my stickers are getting out of control.
This is probably where I put my new stickers on this too. I keep mine on my desk.
I got peer pressured into this.
The light monkey. I have no problem with the light monkey king. I've never like there are monsters in the game that the reason why Josephine is annoying to me for people that don't know is because like when I first started playing RTA, like my first LD5 was Cilia, buff Cilia, and I would just use Cilia because all I had, you know, and there was a day where I fought Josephine literally 29 out of 30 wings, and I just crashed out. I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, why is this unit still here? Oh my god. Like I was just losing my mind because she just wouldn't, like, it was just every wing. It was just like, can I get a break? And it was on stream too. Like, so people that were in the stream just saw me like lose my mind just watching Josephine just bully me the whole entire day. And so I said, if I ever summon a Josephine, I'll feed her to a slime, which I did. I fed her to a slime, and I didn't awaken her. I didn't feed her for crystals. No, she's literally in a slime. And if I summon another one, that's what she will say.
Major respect, by the way, for following through with that.
Oh, I was going to follow through with that. People thought I was joking, but I.
Fun fact about me: I've actually fed every pung bake I've ever owned. I've fed 3 pung bakes actually.
Why pung bake?
So the first one I think was a joke. I think the first one was, it wasn't so much a joke, but it was more like it was a social experiment. I remember Desperado and I did like a Christmas stream, or it was some sort of stream, and we had like balloons, options behind us, or like gift boxes, and people could open, they could choose which gift box to open. But we told them, just don't choose this particular black box with a skull and crossbones on it. Just don't choose that one. Of course, somebody chose it, and within it, we had to feed a non-dupe Nat 5. That was like that. Like that was it. Like if someone chose it, the hosts both had to, and I fed pung bake. And then after that, I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm just gonna keep up the bit.
I'm just gonna keep doing it. That's brutal.
I know.
That is so brutal.
But I figure there's something about pung bake that's never sat right with me. You know, like. He offers damage. It's great damage, but ultimately a lot of people do what pung bake can do in a sense, right? So
I can kind of see it. Like pung bake has, I feel like pung bake has always been in a spot where it's like, oh, he nukes, but like, so could like 50 other units.
Yes, yeah, exactly. A lot of other units can do it. My Zyros can do damage. You know, it's like can also auto crit, etc. Blue Unicorn got unsummoned 2 times. Miles 3 times. Glad I got Miles now.
We got Spectre. Yeah, Spectre. I'm so mad. You're actually getting good luck. My Wu Young is unruined. That was literally gonna be my first pick. That was literally gonna be. Most of my LD5s are unruined because I only use 2 in RTA. But I know you're about to LD5 the crap out of me. It's a good thing I have this big white panda. It's a good thing I have that.
Spacey Barry over on YouTube asked, what suggestions for getting into content creation for Summoner's War? Like, what kind of content is lacking? So Spacey, honestly, Jug, I was about to go on like a rant, like a way too long-winded sentiment, but Jug ultimately said, just do it, and that is actually what it was going to boil down to. Is just do it.
But in a sense, if you want like an in-depth answer of just what's lacking, to be honest, this game is 11 years old. There's really nothing lacking. To be honest, we've had everything. Like I don't think there's anything this game has ideally been missing for the past I don't know how many years. So it's one of those things where it's just like, if you want to stream Summoner's War, like stream the game how you want to stream it. Like stream go into your streams and then like try to evolve as this is actually an advice for anybody. If you want to stream or just make YouTube content, as you go along the years, evolve a certain aspect of what you do. So if you go into streaming, just know that we're in a time of year where streaming has gotten like essentially pretty insane when it comes to just like personality. So try to find a way to evolve yourself personality wise as you stream. Like, don't do anything that's crazy out of the nowhere, but just try to remain yourself and try to have fun with your chat, be very interactive, that's all you can really do as a streamer. It's just try to remain as interactive as possible, and then try to evolve certain aspects of your stream as you stream. Because, like I said, it's been done at this point. So at this point, it's just personalities, and if you're a fun person to watch, that's all people can really ask for at the end of the day.
I would say that's very true for streaming. And while ultimately just getting started is probably the best piece of advice that we can give, I will to answer the question that you asked, Spacey, which is what kind of content is lacking. Ultimately, like Jug said, after 11 years, it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly something off the top of my head that comes off as a niche that's absent. But that doesn't mean that there's nothing that hasn't been covered. For instance, actually on the YouTube channel, semi-recently, I did a ranking of the best buffs, and then debuffs is coming out, I think this weekend actually. I filmed them both at the same time. So it's there's little things like that. For finding that sort of thing, I would suggest maybe even looking into other gaming spaces and pulling inspiration from videos that you see or content being made in those spaces. So it's if there's another game that tangentially interests you, go on some of those social pages, see what people are creating, and then try to figure out how you can adapt that over to Summoners War. If you want to specifically make content for Summoners War, then go out, look at other stuff, see what people are doing, kind of examine the landscape, and bring it back home.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Devin in that sense. I think the one aspect of just content that people could enter is just the more highly edited stuff. I think one thing that people could really focus on when it comes to the game is just personality. There's a lot of personalities that could be kind of filtered in the community that is kind of unsport. There's not me personally, I'm kind of different in the sense of I'm very realistic. I say my opinion. I'm very passionate about RTA. I do my RTA and I call it a day. And then people kind of come to me because if they ask me a question, they know they're going to get a very realistic answer. They're not going to get anything that's behind a bush, or I'm gonna try to be super duper nice. No, I'm gonna just be super duper real about the answer, and people like that aspect. So I would say, if anything, if you wanted to do any type of content, YouTube is definitely the way that I would start out, and I would just try to inject a lot of personality into every aspect of what you do. Just try to be available personality wise, and that's all you can really ask for, to be honest.
Yeah, just be you. It's just be you.
Yeah, just
Those
be
are great
you.
responses, real and informative. Thank you. You're welcome, Spacey. Honestly, it was a good question. It's a difficult one to answer. Clearly, right?
It really is, honestly.
It's a tough one to answer because ultimately, it's that little niche is going to be something that you find. I'll tell you this about me. This is maybe extrapolating it too far. But I really like going into Summoners War history whenever I can. I like going into things from outside the game. One of my favorite series that's on the channel that I've kind of dipped into is the concept art series that largely just pulls from the Summoners War art book, because I find that stuff really interesting. That's sort of content that I would consume outside of just making it. That's why I had a lot of fun making that. And I know Michael, my friend and editor, who does those videos, he had a great time making those videos too, because they were so different from our normal fare, right? So that's definitely something that I enjoy. So find something that you like and try to see if you can apply it to Summoners War. That's ultimately my answer. And then you're welcome, Mr. Penguin King. My pleasure. And yeah, insight, exactly. People enjoy seeing people having fun. So just have fun.
Mad Expert know what he did.
What did he do?
Know what he did. He know what he did. He did the coveted Aura S3, S2. You know what he did. Oh, bro.
Yeah, that's brutal. Havoc says, "I hate fun." Luckily, Havoc is in the minority there. Most people really like fun.
Hey, Havoc, as an RTA player, I agree with that statement.
Jug, by the way, what is his name now? The Exorcist Conjurer, the artist formerly known as Tetsuo.
Oh, I got beef with these names, man.
I know, man. It's not right. I don't know.
I got beef
with
these names, man.
Me too.
These names are so random.
I've been calling him the artist formerly known as Tetsuo. That's what I've. He's moved on from his previous name.
I also think it's funny. I think it was Sarah that called him Ear.
Yes, Exorcist Association Resolver.
Yeah, it's named him Ear. I was like, that's insane.
Yeah, Ear.
The Ear is a funny name.
Not Vincent anymore. You know, it's now the Wind Exorcist Association Resolver. Not Jurgen, it's now the Water.
That's such
Exorcist
a long
Association
name.
Resolver. I know,
That
I've been
is
seeing
such
a lot of
long
beef.
name.
People have had, so admittedly, I don't know why the change happened. I want to go back and see, and I want to see if I can maybe try to find an answer to that. I don't know if I'll be able to deliver it. We'll see, but I'm wondering if it's a stipulation from maybe a contract, or if it might just be something, you know, like, or if it's just, you know, whatever, we're just going to do that. I don't know.
It could be. It could.
We'll see.
It is a very. I agree, because I think the only irritating part about it is that we, especially with like names, like we obviously associate names with everybody. So like we already got into the notion of just like, oh, his name is Jurgen. And all of a sudden, his name is no longer Jurgen, and it's like,
Yeah.
bruh, like his name was Jurgen, and now you're changing it. Like that's the confusing part about it, honestly. But obviously, it will have to get used to it over time, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I kind of agree with the sentiment of just like, he was one thing and now he's not that one. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like it's the same with like another underrated one is like the Pioneers being changed to Sages. Like for literally 10 years we called them Pioneers, and now they're Sages, and like no one's gonna, like, if you've been playing this game long enough, you're not gonna call them Sages. You're probably gonna still call them Pioneers. Like
We were just talking about that. Yeah, that's just kind of stuck in there. Stoic says, can't wait for the next units. The Masterwork Demon Killer Dire Blue Dog Wolfman. And you got to put an element. We got to put an element in front of each one too.
But yeah, it's also like the names are so long they barely fit in that small box.
They go off the side of the phone.
Yeah, like the text is so tiny.
You guys remember how buffs and debuffs used to be? You guys remember that?
Oh man, that's how you know you've been playing the game for a while. If you saw the buffs overlap, and that used to send me up a wall. That used to kill me when
it's
I saw
like you
buffs
literally
overlap.
can't see if they've got something on them.
It's like, is that a 2-turn defense? Like you can't see it. You just can't see it at all.
Exactly.
At all.
No.
And that used to bug the crap out of me. Oh,
But
Lord,
I'm kind of with you guys. I agree that maybe they should get the names back, unless there's something keeping them from getting it. Something interesting. This is more just a fun fact though, but I know that in Korea they predominantly refer to the monsters as their family name. They don't actually really use it like referring to them as their given name, their awakened name, is kind of like regional. Isn't that interesting? I always thought that was fascinating.
Never knew that.
Yeah,
that is very interesting.
It's very fascinating. They still have that. Let me be clear. They still have the names. It's just like, you know, we all colloquially refer to them as their awakened names, right? And we expect people to know the awakened names. But like in other regions, they use family names, and I just thought that was really interesting.
That is interesting because I never knew that. But that kind of makes sense. I think it kind of just streamlines everything for them, so they don't feel like it's too complicated. That does make sense.
Yeah, because that was a barrier to entry in the beginning for me, like way back in 2017. Like trying to learn each monster's name. I remember like I would just watch YouTube videos, and any time that I saw a monster that I didn't recognize, I would just Google it. I'd just look it up. You know?
Yeah, I feel like new players coming into the game, like as I say as a question I get on stream all the time, is like I'll say that you didn't name it. They'll be like, who? Like that happens like a lot. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, so like because there's so many monsters in the game now. I've gotten to the point where people say a name and I'm like, who's that again? Because there's so many god darn monsters in the game now. So it is kind of hard to remember sometimes. So I kind of agree with that. It does get pretty complicated.
I got an interesting take from Spacey Barry. He says maybe they're trying to force an adaptation to a more niche slang. Like, let me grab my wind eek, you know, my EAC. Let me grab my eek. I don't think that's it because, dude, I've been pushing the agenda that these guys are abbreviated for ages, like Raj instead of Ramael and Judaya, but that hasn't caught on. So I don't think we can like force the slang.
I think it's funny because I think the twins that are only units in the game where people just call them by water twins, like wind twins, fire twins. Right. Because I don't know all their names. I don't. I wouldn't even try to remember all.
Between
the
Robos and the twins and the twin angels, there's too much going on. So it's like, yeah, I'm with you.
There's just too many units.
how about the Dekebi princesses? The prince and their Sapsari. Do we know their names? I don't think I know their names. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but now I'm thinking about questions for trivia night. The next trivia night's gonna go hard, guys.
Trivia night in Summoners War is already it's already a task. I will say that. That's already a task in itself.
Yes. Stoic put it plain and simple. They need to be good for us to know their names.
Okay, Trent.
Oh my God. Oh, Trent.
I see
Trent
Trent.
knows you. Trent knows you.
Why Trent? Like, look, I can't talk about my insecurities on stream. Everybody just abuses me on them now. They're like, oh, you like Josephine? I'll just pick her. Like,
yeah, you can't be vulnerable on stream.
Right.
Chat sees it as a weakness and they'll attack it. They're like a predator in the wild. They spot weakness and they attack. Don't ban that, Jug. That's the content, bro. That's the content.
Nabara gotta go. Nabara gotta go. Nabara gotta go. Nabara gotta go. We don't.
I know
like
I said
her.
it earlier. I'm rereading JJK right now, chat. I'm back in. I'm back in.
He's back. Are you gonna go all the way to the end?
I'm gonna jump around. I think I'm gonna read for a little while and then I'm gonna jump around a bit because there's like highlights. Admittedly, this is not my first time rereading it, so you know. I love JJK.
He's a fan.
I'm a big fan. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
He's a fan. He just leaves it like that. He's a fan.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
True that. Exactly. Do we know we even have cyborgs now? Couldn't tell you a single unit name except muscle mommies.
Is that muscle mommy? Is that muscle? We have muscle mommies. Let's win. Where have I been? We got muscle mommies. We got goth mommies. I know about that.
Yes. Oh yeah. Konagi's right. Yeah, we have goth mommy now too. We do. Yes.
We
See, now there's the thing, right? I know their names. I know the Spectre princesses' names, but like it's because they've got some good ones. I know the good ones' names, right? So it's a good point. Havoc says, I heard it fell off and kind of got all muddied later in the series. Havoc, no, that's not true, dude. That is not true.
Is it we? That's that's what we're missing. We need like a weeb night in the Summoners War Discord, where the weebs get together and just weeb out.
What a great call! I love that. I have thoughts on how JJK kind of played out. I'll leave that alone just so that way people experience it. I think that it is less muddy in retrospect. I think week to week while reading it, I think people might have thought that it was a little bit might have fallen off, but now having it all wrapped up, I actually think it's better in hindsight. Especially though I do think it ended too fast. If I had a piece of criticism, it was that it just ended too fast. I think it needed maybe 1 or 2 more chapters just to wrap it up. But
I honestly feel like if Evan could talk about JJK for 5 minutes of his conspiracies, he would just go in.
Oh my God, dude! I would. Oh my God, absolutely.
He would just go in. We couldn't stop him. Not the Dragon Ball Street. It's like all right, Evan, you're done. You're done, Evan. You're done.
First time in chat. What's up, dude? It hurts. It says, I need a Summoners War Cross Dune. Oh,
game, right?
Never thought about that. Dune, the book series, movie series now, show, and upcoming video game too. Wow, that's a really cool one. I got really into like Dune lore after watching Dune 1, Dune 2, and now I just walk around asking people how you Dune. You know, I'm just
Evans of the world.
How you Dune?
I will say. It'll be great. We should have Evan in the game as an NPC character. Why that hasn't happened yet? Don't know. Why is Evan not in the game? Chronicles added somebody from the Summoners War team in the game. We should have Evan in the Sky Arena. What's going on? We need Evan in the game.
The Drake says, unpopular opinion. I hope they bring back auto RTA with a better solution. I can't play RTA at the moment because I get a panic attack from the stupid timer that it's going down. I think maybe there might be a slight misunderstanding because I think the thing that gets you kicked out of it is not going on auto, it's letting the game play without it. Or are you saying that like you run out of time so that way it accidentally takes automatic actions? Is that what you're saying? Because I think it only kicks you if you're not on auto. Like if you physically press play, like you're like, yes, I want to play on auto, it won't kick you. It's purely if you're absent.
So much like one of our contestants, hot take for me is I don't think an auto button should have been an RTA to begin with, and I am glad that it's gone. I am glad that it's gone. I feel like it's a game mode. I've always said this. Like one thing I've like always wanted in RTA is if we're in draft and someone takes, because okay, I'll say this. The one comment I usually always get from a lot of people that play RTA is they don't like people that auto them in RTA. It is a very, very common thing. I always get told, no matter streaming.
I like auto. I think it should be that you press auto. If you press auto, it doesn't kick you. But if you're going absently without pressing it, then you're kicked. That's what I want.
Yeah, that's what I like saying. It's like, let's say like in pick and ban. Like in pick and ban, let's say somebody like, because it happens a lot too, because I've seen it where like you're like it always gets down to 0. And then they pick, and then it goes 15 seconds down to 0 again, and then they pick, and then for some reason they're back for bans. Like that part,
yes,
annoys
yes,
me.
yes.
Part
No, I get that. I do
yes.
also dislike that. So there should be like a more elegant solution. I think where it really bothers me is the pick ban phase too. You know, I think that one, because it's so long. Real quick, Spacey Barry says, Evan is in SW. Oh, yes, I am. Technically, Evan is in the game. All of this is from Matt Havoc.
Monster.
The Dark Steel Commander. Insight says you can't press auto anymore. If you don't select an option after 3 turns, then it kicks you. Exactly. Yes. I think it's 5. I think it's 5. I don't know.
Which is fine. And
yeah.
In my opinion, that should have been
I
in the
also
game
think it's fine.
from the beginning.
But I don't mind being autoed. I mind being roped. Right? You know, subtle difference. If someone presses play, I don't mind. It's fast.
No comment.
And it's easy to manipulate the attributes in that case, right? Because it's like they're going to auto-target attribute advantage, right? So I don't mind getting a free win or like having a better chance or, you know, doing a deal with Daniel Ketioka where if he can beat me on auto, then I do 50 push-ups or something like that. Like, I think that's fun. So, you know.
Or if it's like if it's in like okay, like auto in like a goodwill setting, that's fine. Like, but I just feel on ladder, it's what a lot of people find extremely toxic. And I know it's like RTA and people do toxic stuff. I'm a toxic person at RTA. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So the roping part, I've done it. I've done it. I did it yesterday, I believe. To people. Because I will say I only rope people when the game is obviously done, because there's some people that like it feels like they're keeping you in the game because they're just mad, and it's like, all right, so if you're gonna do this, I'm gonna rope. And so I would just rope people because of the fact that it's just like, okay, we're not gonna leave, we're still here, like just leave, like that type of stuff. So I mean, people are, I'm a toxic at RTA. I'm not even gonna
you're not even gonna front. I don't rope. I do emote though. Trent says that he wants a rematch, by the way.
Trent, what's a rematch? All right, Trent.
It hurts says hate roping. Why stop playing MTGA? Yes, bro. Oh my god, the roping in that game. Oh my god, chat. The BM in that game, like the roping in that game, is off the charts.
It's top tier.
It's pretty bad. It's a master class in bad manners.
That's like Hearthstone too.
Hearthstone. Yeah. At least in Hearthstone, it's like, you know, I don't know.
What is roping? So roping essentially is like
delay
so
in
basically in these games, like you have a timer of when you can use your turn, just like in RTA. So you wait till literally the last possible second to do your turn, because what happens is it doesn't reduce the timer for the next time, it just goes back to the full timer. So you just keep doing that. You literally just keep going all the way and making your decisions at the last possible second, and that's when you decide to make your move, and you do that literally every single time until they leave. It's a very toxic behavior. It's super toxic. It's probably one of the most toxic things to do in like online card games.
It is, and and you can do it, and you can do it here in Summoner's War, but you know, now you can do it less so, right? Because it's 5. Now, I have a question. Is it 5 sequential? Like, can you break it up? Or is it, or is it
I actually don't know the answer to that. That's a good answer. If someone knows, I actually
Chat,
don't-
does
I
anybody
actually
have that
genuinely don't
answer?
know the answer.
So does the game remember, like, okay, you've taken 4 actions automatically, you break it up, but then the next time you rope, does it kick you? Or is it like, it has to be in a row? That's my question. Basically, I'm asking, can I have a rope allowance? How many ropes am I allowed?
Can I have a rope allowance?
Can I get a rope allowance?
It's wild.
This also
I
isn't
have a
great
rope
for like
allowance?
disconnecting. I will admit, from an Evan perspective, not a dev, this isn't great for like disconnecting. I've had that happen where I lose internet for whatever reason, or like I go down an elevator and I lose network connection and I have to like join back in. That's happened to me. So it's like, we'll see. We'll see. I'd like to know if I have a rope allowance or not. Whoa, Jug, look at you.
Man, there's no just Sonya traps, man.
Let's go,
Yes,
Trent.
what?
Trent, you can do it. Okay, maybe not. Maybe Trent can't do it.
My Valances ironically has a flat defense slot 4.
But Trent
It's
did
like,
a great job holding off on that, to be honest. I think we have time for one more. Should I do you want me to fight somebody? Should I fight? I remember, I think Isadubra
Sure,
might
go
have.
ahead.
Isadubra, you want to fight? I think you invited me earlier, but I didn't get to it in time. And
No.
also, admittedly,
Play-
I'm like, people
play
want to
around.
watch Jug fight. Jug's got cooler stuff than I do.
Like I say, he E for everyone. But I think people like when they especially
be
want to
right.
like RTA me, they want to just like I feel like people want to just say like, okay, like what's the power difference here? I get questions a lot of like, okay, you RTA me, just because they just want to see like, okay, I want to see your level versus my level and see like, okay, like how do I get to certain levels of RTA? So for people that are genuinely curious, if you want to get better RTA, it's just farm a lot. That's all I do. Like I farm a lot. I don't like I don't buy premium packs. If you want to, go ahead. But just farm. I farm giants. I only farm giants. Farm artifacts. Artifacts are very, very important. And yeah,
How is
just,
this support?
it's all right. It's all right.
I really want to play with Irene. I want to live vicariously.
She is a fun unit. Only I like units, and I kind of hope they continue doing this because you only have 3. I like units that send you away to the shadow realm.
Me
I
too.
just want to look at a unit and say, I don't want to look at you. Go by, and then like go away. Like I like units like that. I wish we had a little bit more units that did that because we only
Look at
have
this.
it's a dark.
What
It's
year
dark
am I in?
version of Irene. It's dark version of Irene, and Jogan. Wish we had more.
It's like, dude, what year am I in? Look at that. That's crazy. Anything else back here that's interesting? Is this Federica any good? No, let's not do the Federica. Let's actually just do like an Oliver. Let's do this. I want Dark Demon so badly, paired with Federica and Momo, it's OP. Yeah, dude, that sounds dope.
That's also toxic.
That sounds dope, dude.
Also, Dark Demon is cool. I like a guy in my Discord. He just summoned Dark Demon. Not Dark Demon. Actually no, it's not Dark Demon. Oh, you talking about Beelzebub? I'm talking about the devil maidens for some reason.
Bro.
Oh well.
What year am I in,
Irene.
by the way? What year am I,
This is
dude?
Irene.
I'm
This is
Danny
Irene.
Okiing, bro.
Wow, this is actually how I got my first Guardian. Not even lying.
Really?
This meta is like 50 years old.
Yes.
Oberon, same Ichizuka. My friend Blaze, he was just in the chat the one time in the stream earlier. He streams Summoners War, and that's his team. He has Shizuka, Seimei, Oberon, Viva Chell. There's a lot of those, by the way. There's a lot of Viva Chells in general. I missed the Viva Chell lottery, apparently.
Yeah.
This is Hollow Heroes I wish I didn't miss. Apparently Spectre caught all the Hollow Heroes, by the way, because he ain't missing no LD5s from what I'm seeing.
Wait, what is the accuracy on this thing? This thing doesn't land stuff? The support Irene?
I think the funny part is she's on focus runes too.
No way. Oh my god.
DK! What's up, DK?
Hey, Daniel Carioca Salvi. What's going on, bro?
What's considered high rank at RTA?
Oh my
I think now It's always been Guardian. If you being able to achieve a Guardian is like verified air, because that's literally top 1%.
Yeah. Did I reset this? I think I reset that already. Let's just, I don't know. Let's reset this. Dude, I love Ganioki. Double reset is so mean. Like,
That's why I did it.
it's great. I love double reset is just like the worst.
It's oppressive. I like teams that say you can't play the game, and
Yeah.
I've always played teams like that. Like I like saying you're not being able to play the game. They're like, I want to play, and I'm like, I don't want you to play. I want you to sit there with your head down. Like,
It's almost like it's like blue-white control in MTG. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
Or discard it. I could also see it being like a discard strategy. You know, like that's pretty funny.
And some people
Oh
like,
my God,
some
he-
people
so-
like being like, oh, you can't kill me. Like everybody's different.
Oh wait, I forgot that had shield. I was just kind of tapping around. That's my bad. That's okay. I don't know. Let's detonate. Let's detonate on Dallas.
Yeah, I will say for people that like RTA has gotten harder. The only harder part about RTA is honestly just way more units in the game, so it's hard to remember like certain aspects of like, you know, cooldowns, what units do. Like even I played RTA for literally like what 6-7 years, even I get stumped on like, what does this monster do again? Like it happens because there's so many monsters in the game, you can't keep track of everything. You know, we're all human. So, you know, if you want to get better at RTA, the best way to get better at RTA is just try to learn what most of the units do, and if you can, learn cooldowns. Cooldowns are a very big aspect of RTA, because if you know when something's about to be up, it allows you to make a better play.
Terry, I'm sorry about the Ganiokiing of 2025,
Bullied.
bro. They should have been left in
Bullied.
2017. I'm sorry.
Bullied.
But how
Evan
sick
the
is
bully.
Irene in that comp, though? That's why I love that. I love that she's in the support, because it's like I want to play with her. It's great. I will join for a fight with Jug. Daniel
I don't
Karaoke.
want
Yes.
I don't want to smoke with an SWC guy. No, I'm good.
You don't want the
DK, why?
smoke?
Okay. I don't want the smoke from DK, man. DK scary.
He
DK
is scary.
guy.
He is scary. Dude,
Man
if we
has
want
the pride of Brazil behind him, man. It's not fighting him. You're fighting Brazil.
if he's getting in, we could do one. We could do one more. We could do
All right,
one
DK,
more.
get in here.
DK,
Get in here,
we'll wait
DK.
for you. Daniel. Sugar mice, Daniel. Arrive more. Sugar mice.
One day I will meet DK in person. One day. That's on the top of the Summers War bucket list. There's not
There
too
he
many
is.
things I want to do in this game. I want to meet DK in real life. He's such a great guy.
He is. Okay, let's watch it. You versus Daniel Karaoke. Nice.
DK's so scary.
He is scary, dude. Man, I just told this story. Daniel, I was telling them about the time when you made me do 50 push-ups up against your auto team.
I watched that stream. And I was scared. I was like, oh, Evan's about to do 50 push-ups.
Yeah, I know. I knew it too. I tried, man. I really tried. I think, didn't my Ciara miss bomb? Something happened. Or was it
Something
the opposite?
happened that could have like, yeah, something happened that could have gotten you back into the game, but it didn't.
It didn't happen. Yeah. Oh, man. Daniel with the double oracle.
But I do remember saying, oh, Evan, you gotta just give up. And you were like, no, I want to take out a unit. Because for DK. DK's a bully. DK's another bully. He's a cool
he
bully,
likes
though.
it.
We love DK.
He enjoys it too.
He does. DK has no shame. DK has no shame. He is yeah. Oh no! I'm
You
gonna
were
lose.
just summoning for this. That's so funny. Jug and I were talking about this before the stream started. He was trying to pull an Asher.
I was like, as I want to Asher, I keep telling him like I never beat this unit, even though he's not like he's not a hard unit to beat. For some reason, I can't beat this unit. He just goes crazy, and I just can't stop him.
That's his whole thing,
Happens all
dude.
the
His
time.
kit is incredible. I mean, he has everything you could ever need.
Really, he really is. I'm pretty sure his water monkey's faster than my segment. Yeah, it probably is. Because I think he picks water monkey. Yeah, he picks water monkey all the time, so he has his best swift runes on it.
Oh man, that thing is real fast.
Yeah, it's super fast. Yeah.
Guys, let's see if Shiho can go a patch without getting a buff. Challenge level impossible.
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 Shihao loves his buffs.
He
No,
does.
he's really good. You have a Shihao, you should use him. He's a very, very good monster
Oh,
right now.
wait a minute. These are big plays from Jug right now, guys. These are big plays, actually. Who'd you reset?
I haven't reset anybody. Oh, I haven't reset because he stunned my segment.
Oh, okay.
He stunned my.
That's okay. Where we're going, you don't need to reset.
I could.
T minus 3 seconds until Asher skill 3s, cleanses, procs, wins the game.
I'm so scared.
Oh,
I'm so scared. I'm
proc.
not. I'm not
He
even.
can still proc.
I'm terrified.
Kill him.
I'm so terrified.
Dude.
We'll do this.
Oh, so close. Gotta tap him. Put both into
Push
it.
that back. Yes. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, you have skill 2. Dude, I was like, Jug, what are you doing?
I sacked you, DK. I'll admit it. I sacked you. T leg with a triple stun on turn 1 was nasty. That was actually genuinely nasty.
That was pretty bad. I mean, hey, this skill's supposed to stun, you know?
It's supposed to. It's supposed to. There's no guarantee that it will, though. Not at all.
Very good point. Very good point.
There's
Guys,
no guarantee that it will.
for the folks in chat, again, I want to make the announcement one more time. The New York meetup is upcoming. It's happening on June 28th, and the Eventbrite is not currently live, but it will be on Friday. So stay tuned to our social media pages, and I will make sure to let you guys know on stream again on Friday. I say that very confidently. There's a chance I could forget, but I'm going to do my absolute best to remind you again on Friday. And Jug, this has been so much fun, dude. Thank you for hanging out today.
I enjoy it. I enjoy doing these streams. These streams are very fun, and I hope the people that were part of Creator Clash can continue doing this so they can do these streams as well because they're all fun.
Big
do
time.
it, please.
We've got one more week of Creator Clash ahead of us with one more suite of video submissions from, at that point, the 3, because again, we're going to be narrowing down from 5 to 3 in between this week and next week. So make sure to stay tuned for that, so that way you can see who moves on in the competition as well. Jug, is there anything else you want to say before we depart?
Buff Celia.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was happening. I wanted to give you the chance to say it. Guys, thank you so much for watching.
Coming up.
Thank you again. Let's see if Shiho gets left out this time. All right, everybody. Bye. See you next time.
Have a good one, guys. Peace out.